Welcome into the Stacking the Box podcast. I'm Matt Verderame. I have a very special guest today. Washington Commanders defensive end James Smith Williams is with us. And look, we got a lot to talk about with James. The NC State Wolfpack, his alma mater, playing pretty good ball right now. Of course, the Commanders as well. But first, before we get into any of that, James, you're working with Purina on the Purple Leash Project. It's something that's a really important cause. I know it's something near and dear to your heart. And I'd love for you to just explain to the listeners exactly what the cause is and why you're doing it.
Yeah, so the Purple Leash Project is a joint venture between Red Rover and Purina to address the fact that currently only 15% of domestic violence shelters accept pets. So a lot of people are staying in situations because they have no place to go with their pet. So they're working together to address that and make sure that there are more domestic violence shelters that are pet friendly as well.
A great cause again, and something everybody should check out on the Purina site. Look, I'm curious. Growing up, you have a lot of pets. Were you a dog guy, cat guy, exotic pet guy? Like, where'd you fall?
I'm dogs all the way. I actually adopted my dog my senior year of college. Yeah, I got Luna then.
Okay, what kind of dog is she?
She's a rescue. She's 50 pounds. I don't know what she is. She's white and black. Could be anything. Kind of short, kind of tall, kind of small, kind of big. One of those.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Great stuff. So let's get the football side of things for you. I wanted to start. So you entered the league in 2020 as a 7th-round pick. A lot of guys are 7th-round picks don't even end up getting on a field. Obviously it's a war of attrition just to get out there. What would you say was your welcome to the NFL moment where you're like, you know what? I can make this team. I can play at this level.
I think for me, being 2020, you didn't have preseason games. So I had to think back to the regular season, when I'm in the game and then I'm holding my own, and even really in practice, guys see guys like Montez Sweat, RK was still here, Ryan Kerrigan, and just practicing with them, Chase Young, and, contributing to the team. I think that initial kind of month of fall camp was like, okay, like I definitely belong here.
Okay. Yeah. I got to ask, this has been you guys both as a team and yourself. It's been a transition. Obviously you going from college to pro, the team switching over in a lot of ways. You got the name change and you've got the quarterback change. Right now sitting at 1-3, trying to get back on winning ways. What do you think is the key here for the Commanders going forward to just kind of right the ship a little bit and get back into this race in the NFC East?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us is continue to play ball, right? We're all staying on board, staying on ship. We're not going our own separate directions, and we want to play a brand of tough-nosed football. And, we're really looking forward to, getting that going this Sunday.
How would you describe your head coach? Ron Rivera has a lot of respect around the league, but he's an animated guy at times. I'm curious, how would you describe playing for him, and what is he like in the building?
Yeah, Ron Rivera is exactly what anyone has ever told me about him. He's a great guy. He's a leader of men. He's been there before. He's done it as a coach, as a player. He's played on some of the best defenses to ever step on the field. He's coached that really good Panthers defense. So he's definitely a guy that understands how it's done, and he has expectations for us and wants to meet those expectations.
Right now, your college team, the NC State Wolfpack, ranked, playing well, and a tough loss against Clemson, but 4-1 right now. What are you seeing out of your Wolfpack?
Good defense. I mean, that 3-3-5, I wasn't a big fan of it personally as a 4-3 defensive end, but I mean, Tony Gibson and Coach Doran had those guys rolling down there on the defense side of the ball, and it's an older, mature team on that side of the ball. I played with most of those guys that are starting now, and I'm 3 years out. So it's been really exciting to see, keep developing, keep winning games.
What do you think is the ceiling for this group? I mean, obviously, look, played well against Clemson. It was a tight game. Got a couple more games against ranked teams. Syracuse, who's surprising everybody. Wake Forest, who's hung in there, also had a tough loss against Clemson. Where do you see the Wolfpack in the ACC right now?
Yeah, I think they're right there behind Clemson. Wake Forest gave me fits when I was in college, so I know that'll be a really good game. And Syracuse always plays you tough. The ACC on our side of the division is shaping up to be pretty good. So I think the goal is to win out and have that New Year's Six bowl.
Couple quick ones for you before we let you go here. Again, working here with James Smith Williams, Washington Commanders defensive end. All right, who's the guy who has the worst fashion sense on the team? That when you get on the plane, you get on a road trip, you're like, oh, he needs a stylist in the worst way.
Oh, man, who has the worst? I'm going Cameron Cheeseman. He's our long snapper. That's low hanging fruit. I shouldn't have done it. But I'm going Cheese. I would love to see Cheese really bring it one game.
All right, who's the guy who you're out, you're at dinner, you're walking through an alley, you run into two bad dudes. Who's the guy on your team who you're like, I want that guy? That's the guy.
It's John Allen / Deron Payne. You got either one of those, you're gonna be all right.
Okay. All right. You're in the defensive meeting room with a lot of really high-end talented players. Who's the best athlete of the group, and who's the guy who thinks he's the best athlete of the group?
So I definitely think I'm the best athlete. I'm gonna say the actual best athlete though is probably Montez Sweat. I mean, that dude's a freak. Freaking nature. This is what he is.
All right. Awesome. Hey, listen, everybody should check out James's cause with Purina, the Purple Leash Project, working to help pets also go to these domestic violence shelters when people are in need. It's a great cause. It's important. People should go check it out. James, thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate it. And best of luck both with the season and with the cause you're working on.
Thanks so much. I appreciate you.